Hey guys, it's Kayleigh. So in today's video, I will be talking about my April favorites. I'm not gonna lie, I do have a lot of stuff to show you guys today. I was gonna try and limit it down, but I just couldn't. I just have so much stuff that I really love and I wanna share it with you guys. Please leave down below your favorites for April because I love trying new stuff, and also leave a thumbs up if you end up liking this video. But let's go ahead and get right into it. So the first thing that I usually do is wash my face in the morning. There's a few different cleansers I'm using right now, none in particular that I'm favoring over others, so I felt like I shouldn't include that in this video because there's just a lot that I've been experimenting with, so maybe in the next favorites video. But after I cleanse my face, then I go in with a toner. I ran out of the toner that I loved using so much, so I basically had no choice but to use something else that I had gotten, and I'm like, I might as well, you know, it's the perfect time to try something new when you run out of something that you love. So I started using this. These are the Pixi Glow Tonic To Go Exfoliating Toner Pads, and they're made with 5% glycolic, aloe vera, and ginseng. There's 60 pads in each one, paraben free. So you're basically just supposed to put this all over your face after it has already been cleansed, it has been dried. And what I love about these pads is that they are so soft. They're actually pretty flimsy too in comparison to other pads that I've used before, you know, like the Noxzema pads, for example. They're pretty thick and heavy duty. These are very flimsy, but I like that. They're very soft, gentle on my skin. There's no weird smell to them or anything. It's just very sweet. A lot of you have been asking me in the comments what have I been doing differently, because my skin, it does look a lot clearer these days, and I do think that it is probably this and a few other things that I've been doing that's been helping tremendously. So after I tone my skin, then I like to go in with a serum. This is something I use at night, though I don't use it in the morning. This is the Pixi Overnight Glow Serum. It's a concentrated exfoliating gel. So usually with exfoliating gels, what you would think that they would be, or anything that says that it's exfoliating, is that it would have little tiny microbeads in it, but that's not what this is like at all. It's literally just like a serum. There's nothing in it that you can feel when you're applying it on your face, but it still just gently exfoliates the skin with what it's made with. So it says it helps to reveal a healthier and more even skin tone. You just massage 2 to 3 drops on your face, and then you go in with your moisturizer. I literally had a hair that was connecting my top lash to my bottom lash. That was very uncomfortable. So after I tone my skin, I moisturize. I totally forgot to bring my moisturizer in, but it is from IT Cosmetics. It's called the Anti-Aging Super Cream Moisturizer. It's the really heavy duty one in a yellow bottle with a silver cap. Pretty expensive, but I don't even, it's one product that I know it's expensive, but I just keep buying it because it's just that good, and I just haven't found one that is similar, that is less expensive, so I just keep getting it over and over again every time I run out. It's my 3rd bottle, and I'm obsessed with it because it's a very heavy duty cream. It's very thick. When I moisturize my skin, since it's so dry, I really like to make sure that I'm feeling hydrated even after it has absorbed into my skin. Before I do my makeup, I'll use one of these two. This is the Marula Pure Marula Face Oil. I got this in one of my subscription boxes. I forget which one, but it's just pure marula oil, and it comes with a nice dropper. And all I do is just do a few drops on my face. I'll do 1 drop here, down my forehead that runs down my nose, and then on my chin. I'll just rub it all in, and I'll actually let that soak in while I work on my eyebrows and while I work on my eye makeup. That way I give it time, you know, to sink in instead of just going immediately on with your makeup, because then it's gonna be too slimy. You gotta let it seep into the skin for a few minutes first. I also really like this one, the Paula's Choice Resist Moisture Renewal Oil Booster for dry, very dry skin. I really have been liking to, for example, set my cream products with powders lately. I feel like it just gives a more flawless look to my makeup, and in order for me to use powders, I have to really moisturize and make sure that my skin is hydrated before I do that. Otherwise it'll just flake, it'll peel, and it'll feel really dry and cracky throughout the day. I can't even smile, my face is that dry. So because I like using the powders, I have to make sure that I'm prepping my skin. Favorite primer this month was the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This is the original one, and for so long I really loved the light one just because it is definitely more moisturizing than this one is, but I feel like because I've been using more serums lately that I don't need that extra moisture that the light version gave me, so I can go ahead and use this one, which I feel actually gives me a more flawless foundation look. And I literally cannot even feel any bumps on my face. Like everyone has tiny little, you know, bumps on your face. You can feel the texture on your skin, but when I put this on, I can't feel any of those bumps anymore. It just puts a layer on your face that gets rid of all of those fine lines and all of the little bumps that are on your face. So I really like using this. And then I decide whether or not I want to do a full coverage foundation or a lighter coverage foundation, which if it's a lighter coverage one, that's probably because it's like my everyday kind of look. If it's a more fuller coverage one, it's something I use when I'm filming or when I know I'm going to be taking pictures, or just in general when I want a fuller coverage look. So for that, I will use the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation, and this is in number 7. It's the perfect shade for me. This is what it looks like when you pull it out. It has a nice doe foot applicator, so it makes it very easy to apply. I'll just do like a few dots on each side of my face, a little on my forehead, nose, and chin, and then I'll actually blend it in with a blending sponge. Which I wanted to talk about today is the EcoTools blending sponge. This thing is so awesome. I love the shape of it. It's one of my most squishy blending sponges, and the reason why, I always say this to you guys, the reason why I really like squishy blending sponges like this is because it blends in my makeup better. So this one's cut a little shorter, this is a little longer. I like this side a lot. I love setting my concealer with it. I also love, you know, doing like blending in cream products on my nose. It's just great for blending in foundations and also putting powders on and setting and stuff like that. So I really, really like this one. Super cheap too. Tinted hydrating gel cream from Bare Minerals. It's called Complexion Rescue. I have it in Natural 05. This is what I use on a daily basis if I'm gonna do like a natural, very light coverage foundation look where I don't care if, you know, I'm gonna have little things showing here and there. Pretty much just like going around running errands or I don't know, just doing daily things where I just don't care, you know, I don't have to have that full coverage, and that's when I'll use this. It's very, very hydrating, so good for dry skin. Then I go in with my concealers, and I've been really liking doing this thing lately where I actually go in with a yellow-based concealer first to get rid of under eye circles, discoloration, and for that I'll use the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-hour waterproof concealer, and this is in light medium. Definitely very yellowy. I really like to put this under my eyes only. I don't really do anything else with this besides that, and it just works as a great base for my more brighter concealers that I like to use. It just helps to give more coverage, and it helps the lighter concealer to just stay on better on my face. It's a very like liquidy kind of formula. It blends in beautifully. Love it. And then this one, also a very liquidy formula, but it's just like 10 times brighter, and it's more of like a neutral shade. It's not yellow, it's not pink, it's just neutral. This is in light beige 020. And it's called Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. It says high coverage, but honestly it's kind of not. Like I wouldn't use this on its own, and that's why I really like to use the Smashbox one underneath it, and then when you use them both together, it's perfect. So I go ahead and set those with a powder. I use the Honest Beauty Invisible Blurring Powder. This is definitely one of my most favorite powders to use because the powder itself is just so fine. It's just like, I mean, the most smoothest texture. And with that, what happens when you use it is you're gonna get a non-cakey look on your face where you can't even tell that you put powder. And that's really important if you have dry skin, to be able to do something like that, because a lot of powders with the dry skin, it'll just immediately like create this really weird texture. It becomes very, very dry, and it feels very uncomfortable throughout the day, but this one is so lightweight, I can't feel it at all. And I actually set pretty much my whole face with this. I also like to, like I've now been starting to bring it under here to help further define my contour. And again, I don't have the problem where it's super dry or anything. It just absorbs the like excess product very nicely. If I end up putting a little too much on my face, I'll just actually blend this in with, or I'll pat it in with the blending sponge from EcoTools, and it just gives a very like nice soft texture, and that's why I like it so much. It doesn't brighten or anything like that. It doesn't have little tiny sparkles. It's very mattifying, but it's not drying, and so that's why it's one of my most favorite ones to use. And it's also more on like, I'd say the neutral to yellowy side than it is on the pink side. So yeah, it's great. I love it. Good stuff. Drinking my protein shake because I'm gonna work out after this. So the next thing that I like to do is bronze my face. And for that, what I like to do is go in with a cream product first. If you have dry skin, going in with a cream product first before you go in with the powders is going to make such a huge difference. I actually think I'm going to film a video on this just to show you guys the difference between when you don't use a cream product and when you do. It's like seriously night and day. So I like to lay this down first. It's called the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer in Almond. I love this shade, and I have actually used it on other people other than me, and it actually works really well for like a lot of different skin tones. It's just one of those universal shades. So what I do with this is apply it where I want shadows on my face or where I want some more depth and dimension and color. So I'll apply it here through my cheekbones, up onto my forehead, the outer corners of my forehead, a little bit along the jawline, and then I'll also contour my nose with it as well. To actually blend this in, my favorite thing to use has been this brush right here from e.l.f. And it is called the 102. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's so awesome. Like, check out that shape. It's got those like tiny little humps on it. I don't know if you guys can see, but what I do is I'll just blend it in like this in circular motions, moving outward towards my hairline, and immediately this concealer just like blends right in, and it just looks awesome. This is the Hoola bronzer from Benefit, a longtime favorite of mine. I actually stopped using this though for a while, and then I came back to it and I forgot how much I loved it. So I put this on since it's a little on the darker side versus the one I'm about to show you. I'll put this on first. I'll just use it on my cheekbones because that's where I want the most depth. And then I'll go over everywhere I put the concealer in Almond with this. This is seriously my new favorite product right here. Out of everything I'm showing you guys today, this is definitely like my #1 most favorite new thing that I've gotten. It's the No. 7 Boots Bronzer in Caramel. And oh my gosh, it's so good. Like, I was surprised at how much I loved it. It's got this most like perfect kind of orangey warmth to it, and it is completely matte. And what I'll do is actually work this, like I said, all over the outer corners of my face, and sometimes I'll even like bring it through right here. And I'm just amazed. I'm honestly amazed with how beautiful it looks on my skin, especially after I, you know, go in with my cream contour and stuff. It just looks amazing. After that, I'll go in with blush, and for this month, my favorite was actually this one right here. It's called California from Benefit. This is brand spanking new. I really like the packaging. It's so cute. I love her hair. I feel like that's an in thing right now, to like dye your hair different colors. I'm kind of wanting to do that myself, but I'm a little bit scared. I like her big sunglasses too. Anyway, it says the Sunny Golden Pink Blush. Kind of like a coral, like a pinkish coral. What I'll do is actually put this on with my finishing kabuki brush from Eco Tools. And the reason why I like to use this brush with any blush I'm using, oh my gosh, it smells so good too, I forgot to say, and I'm wearing it today, is because I can go like this into the product, and then it's just like the most perfect shape to put right there on my cheeks. I have pretty big cheeks, and this is a pretty big brush, so it just eliminates the time of me having to blend it onto my cheeks. All I have to do is just pat this on, and then immediately it's like in the most perfect spot on my face. Favorite highlights of the month goes to Casey Holmes' Smashbox collaboration, the Spotlight palette in Pearl. I cannot get enough of this stuff, and it's actually pretty funny. What I do is I take a big fan brush and I will run it through all 3 shades. I know you guys are like, what? You do all 3? All 3. You gotta try it. Run it through the whole thing. I do it like twice, and then I'll put it on my cheekbones. I did it today. I did it in like my past 5 videos. You just run it through and then put it on the high points of your face. So cheekbones, and then just a little bit on my nose, and that's it. I try and stop there. It does not grab onto the texture of your skin. It looks very soft. It looks very silky and smooth, even though I will say there is just a tiny bit of fallout when you put your brush through it. For so long, I was loving the MAC Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish. That was my favorite, and nothing could ever compare. I now think that this, very similar in color, is exactly the same with the way that it looks on my face, and I've never found anything that could match the quality of that one. So love it so much, and would highly recommend this one to you guys. I haven't gotten a lot of use out of gold. She has 2 palettes, Pearl and Gold. I really like Pearl because I like that more kind of pinkish champagne tone as a highlight for my cheeks. So love it, love it, love it, love it. 100% awesome. So amazing. Oh, I forgot to talk about eyeshadows. It's called It's Eye Time, Get the Look. And this is the collaboration that It's Judy Time did with Pixie Beauty. And I really, really love, I'll show you guys the shades I use the most. Pretty much all of them. So I'll pick one of these 3 and then I'll go in with a darker shade, one of these 3 here. And then I will pick my lid shade, which is either gonna be this, or one of these 3 up here. Those are all really beautiful shimmery shades. You can create a more orangey or a more corally kind of pink eyeshadow look. And those are like my 2 favorite kind of eyeshadow looks to do. So in love with this, favorite palette. Out of all the eyeshadow palettes I own right now, yeah, this is definitely my favorite one. Okay, so for lips, I've been doing this one thing over and over and over again ever since I like figured it out. Line my lips with a GERARD Cosmetics lip liner first. And I really like Melrose Place. I will swatch it for you guys, which is basically just like a darker version of my own lip color, or Share. They're both pretty similar. Share's just slightly darker. That's Share and that's Melrose Place. One of these 2 works really well for me. I'll just line the outer corner of my lower lip, outer corner of my top lip, and then I'll just kind of slightly fill in the corners here. And I'll leave the middle of my lip open basically. And then I will go in with one of these 2. I have the IT Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi in Rose, or the IT Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi in Your Perfect Pink. So today I chose this one, but I do really like this one too because it's just a darker version. And the reason why I use these so much is because they just feel a lot more comfortable in my lips than a lipstick or a liquid lipstick does. It just basically feels like a chapstick. It just has a little bit of tint to it. After I do that, then I'll put a gloss on. Obsessing over glosses right now. I need to get more, but these 2 in particular are definitely my most favorite ones. This is a volumizing lip booster from Catrice Cosmetics, and it's in Nuts About Mary. What I do is I put this on after I've done the lip liner, after I've done the IT Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi, and I'll just put this all over my entire lip and smack it together like that, and then I'm done. This has some color to it, but I really do feel like it makes my lips look so plump. And it's not like one of those glosses that are super sparkly, because I don't really like that. I like it when it's just like a kind of tinted gloss. This one's also really good. It's called Lip Fusion Infatuation in the Flesh. So what I do with this one, since it's a little lighter and I don't want to lose all the lip liner color, is I'll actually just put it on the center of my lips, both top and bottom, and then kind of blot it in with my fingertip. And that's what I did for my lips today. Then I'll set my makeup, I'll set my face once I'm finished, and I love using the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix because the spray, when it comes out, it's always like perfect. It just leaves a nice like mist on my face that just dries very evenly, and it truly does make my makeup really sink into my skin and look flawless. Like I can tell the difference if I haven't used it. I know, I can see like the texture in my skin, but this totally gets rid of all of that for me. Almost used it all up. I really have to buy a new one. This is the best spray. Like I can't tell you how many times I've sprayed setting sprays on my face, and it'll just like create all of these like globs or bubbles on my face, and I have to go in and pat it in with a blending sponge because it's like it's gonna mess up my makeup, but this never messes my makeup up. Oh, I forgot about my eyebrows. So for my eyebrows, I've been using these 2 products, also from Makeup Forever. We have the Makeup Forever Brow Liner. Oh, I have a hair, it's so annoying. This is in 30, and then this is the Makeup Forever Brow Pencil in 20. So this is a little bit lighter. It's like a taupe kind of shade, lighter than my natural brow hairs are. So what I'll do is just line my brows, give like a shape with this, and then I'll go in with this because it's slightly darker just on like the outer corners to further shape out my eyebrows, and that's it. So these 2 together work awesome. Okay guys, so that is everything for my April favorites. If you like this video, please leave a like down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos and hit that bell for notifications, and I will see you in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.